So a lot of this we're going to do similar to how I did the new Avengers Skeletor, because if you look at them, and I'm going to put pictures of both of them up on the screen right now, they took a lot of the design aspects from Laser Light Skeletor and recycled them to do new Avengers Skeletor. While they do not look exactly alike, they are very similar. This is what I'm going to do. I'm using Roboto's arms because, again, Laser Light Skeletor kind of already has like circuitry and stuff like that on his arms, and this way I don't have to sculpt all that on his arms. It saves me some time. I can just use these arms from Roboto. Obviously, he only has one hand, so we're going to have to make our own hand. So I'm going to try a new thing this time. Usually you would mix like a big batch of silicone resin, well, big depending on how big you need it, and then you would, you know, coat whatever it is, wait for it to cure. Takes usually a day. Can't do it till the next day. Then you have to mix resin. That takes a day, so on and so forth. We're going to try this silicone putty. This is supposed to only take like 20 minutes to cure. We're going to use that as like our pour spout. I'll have to trim it afterwards, which is totally fine. I'd rather have to do that than have to keep remolding it. And this we're going to glue on, and that's going to be like our relief valve or whatever. I'm going to take some baby powder and I'm going to use this to kind of coat everything, and this should kind of act as mold release. Next thing I need to do is, this is the head I'm going to use. So this is one of the ones I got from Barbarossa Customs, one of his misfires, but it's going to work beautifully for us. I need to drill out the bottom of this just a little bit because it's currently not big enough to fit on here, and also I need to make room for the light bulb. Okay, well, I definitely have room for a light bulb now. One thing I can already do is I can go ahead and get the wires ready for the arm. Okay, that worked, and the shoulder still functions. I don't want to use these feet. I'm going to use the feet from Clawful. This is our Dr. Crafty resin. It is 1-to-1 by volume or weight. That worked. Okay, so now while that's going, I didn't think about this till just now. I had a little bit of working time on this. I'm going to try to make my Havoc staff I need. For mine, I'm just going to use the regular standard Havoc staff. I'm just cutting the ball off the end. So another thing I need to do is I need to get some red in here. Now the problem is I think I'm gonna wait until this cures a little more. Actually, let's do a little bit of this before it cures all the way. Okay, that should work. So I'm not 100%, but I think I might have ruined the head. That still needs to cure, and we'll see. But regardless, I'm gonna start prepping this one in case. This is why I like getting these little drips of resin, because now I can just glue these into those eye holes. Somewhere around here I already have a purple plastic cape. I think that's the one I'm going to use. The battery pack I plan to use will fit underneath just fine. I need to figure out a hood for him. I thought I had another one like I used on the Shazam He-Man, but I do not. So, and I'm probably going to get a little backlash for this, I'm going to use a vintage Skeletor head. Now, the inside of this is hollow, which is part of my plan. I'm going to cut his face out and cut the bottom of this off and literally just embed this inside. Kind of funny, I've gotten this far into the project without a cheat sheet. So now I got a cheat sheet. I'm gonna work on sculpting the chest. So my plan is I'm replacing his red hand with a regular blue Skeletor hand. It's not got the circuitry, but that's okay. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to try to get this red paint off. That's what I've been waiting on. Okay, so I kind of like really roughly wired this all together. This is the battery pack I'm going to be using. It takes a watch battery, CR 2023. Look at that. All right, it's been about 2 days, so we're going to go ahead and unmold these and see how we did. A little bit of flashing, but I already knew that. Other than that, there's some silicone stuck in there, which is odd, but that might come right off. Okay, so talk about a rookie mistake. I never took the original one out. So I think I need to try this one more time. Okay, so these have set up overnight, and I'm gonna demold them and see how we did this time. Okay, so the new hand didn't really work. I don't even think it's cured all the way yet. I don't know. It's weird. It's real gummy. I got air bubbles in it. So as of right this second, we're going with this one, even though it's got air bubbles too. The new Havoc staff, yeah, not even at all. Half of it didn't go, but I think I just need to make new molds. Okay, so as you can see, I'm doing this a little differently. I'm using the box from the Superman I got. There's gonna be a video for it right here if you want to check it out. And like I said, we are using a different resin. This is Start So World. I've never used this before. Hopefully that doesn't screw me. Okay, so one issue I'm facing is that once I wire this up, everything else will work fine, except for I can't get this bulb too far in. So I'm thinking that even though my original thought was to have the arm be rotatable and detachable, it might just need to be cast inside of the arm and lit up that way, even if it's like all the way in the peg or whatever. Other than that, the plan worked pretty well. Before I start wiring up the head, I'm going to at least get them painted. That way it's one less thing I gotta worry about. Layer 1, so I already took out the little bike lights that I used for registration mark. Okay, this appears to all be cured. Time to break it open and see how we did. Okay, all in all, this looks like it did pretty good with the exception of a couple things which I just need to fix. It's the one thing I did remember this time. I'm just using mold release, so this should work, hopefully. Okay, so the good thing is I'm gonna have a little bit of working time with this, but I'm trying to get as much of the air out as possible. I think the fist, I think I got the most of the air out. The other is still kind of working, but again, I have time. Now what I've done is I've taken one of the battery packs, and as you can see, I've already cut the wires down. I've already given myself some exposed wire up here and down here. Now, if you're wondering why I did it in two places, it's because down here is going to be what goes to the bulb, and up here is going to be what goes to the head. This is going to get attached right here. Probably just super glue and hot glue that into place. I'm not going to worry about painting it or anything like that because it's going to be under the cape, and by the time I'm done this, you're not going to get the cape off. One small problem is that once I put this head on, if you can see in there, I can't get the bulb past. So I'm going to actually glue the head to the peg after I put the cape on and all that stuff. And then it'll just be, I have to drill through it and put the light bulb in. So this, I'm gonna have to cut it and then probably glue it back, which is just gonna have to be fine because I don't know of another option. So, kind of like I did with the eyes, I shoved a couple little extra pieces of resin, dried resin in there, and that kind of helped wedge it in there a little better. All right, so let's see if we can get this to work for you guys. Hold on. Yeah, let's test this out real quick. It works. It works. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, cool. Okay, so that still works, so that's good. Let's see how we did. All right, let's see. Oh, man. Okay. You know what? I might be able to make this work. The hand is going to be good enough. I might have to do some sanding on it and a little clear coating or something like that, but it's going to be good enough. The Havoc staff, it is pieces, but again, I think I got enough that I can make it work. Okay, so like I said, the staff part did not work. The head's fine, and these individual pieces of the pole are fine. I just gotta join them together. I could just super glue it, but that's not gonna be very strong. So I need something in the middle to kind of attach. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these pins. I think they'll be thin enough that I can put them kind of inside. It's not gonna really interfere with anything. This didn't really work. The head's fine, the pole's not. I'm gonna try one last ditch effort to do one really quickly using some 5-minute epoxy and dye. Don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try it. I have absolutely no idea if this is gonna work. Isn't that the running theme of this video? I have no idea if that's gonna work. All right, it's been a couple hours. Let's see how this did. Oh. So far so good, so far so good. So it kind of worked. It is one piece. It is very floppy though, so it's probably just gonna be what it is. So I'm happy with that. I'm just waiting for this glue to dry all the way. Let's see, make sure this still works, right? Haha, look at that, that's awesome. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to cut this. And then what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna do what I've done in the past and just take a piece of free printing filament and replace whole cord. Okay, so I lied. I'm not going to use 3D printing filament because as you saw, it breaks real easily. So I'm going to use this colored bead wire. I don't know exactly what this is for. Armature wire, whatever. Jess had it. I think she used to make like necklaces and stuff like that with it. This was probably one of the most challenging figures I've done so far. Definitely probably the most difficult. but so satisfying. I am so glad I did it. You can see the similarities between these two. Again, I'm super happy with these. I am going to be doing He-Man. I'm not sure if I'm doing them next week, but probably. If this gave you any ideas on anything you could do, or something you want to try, or something you maybe want to challenge yourself by doing, leave it down in the comments. Let me know. I really want to hear about it. If you plan on making this now that you have a how-to, please let me know that too, because I want to see more Origins Skeletors. Hopefully they'll give us a laser light Skeletor soon. We'll see. I mean, we're still waiting on Cyclone and Extendar and Rockdon and those that they announced 7-8 months ago. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, if you like this, there's going to be a playlist over there for you of all the customs we've done so far. YouTube's going to suggest something for you down there. If you like this, you're probably going to like that. This was just way more complicated. You can subscribe down there, and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys.